What's up guys, Zeus here again, and this time to talk a little bit about the Tera PvP. There isn't much going on right now, so we need to talk about what we have. So in this video I'm gonna talk about the Fraywind Canyon Battleground. Some points that everyone needs to know about this battleground. First, you can only enter if you are a level 65. This is an unequalized battleground where two teams of 15 players fight each other in a one-round match. This means that you will fight with the gear you have right now, and if your item level is too low, you will receive an equalized gear that is not that good. Also, you cannot count with the help of anything like bombs, cannons, stuff that you see in CS, and greedy item will not be in this battleground. The only consumables you can use are charms and nothing else. It's a good place to learn and practice PvP because it's a 100% PvP focused battleground, or sort of. Let's talk now about the items on the Fraywind Canyon map. First we have the E and B team bases. Those are the places where you're gonna start the fight and the place where you're gonna respawn when you die. On the left and right side of your base you will find some group of mobs. These mobs will give a buff for any person that kills them. The mob on the left will give you a defense buff, usually taken by healers or the people that are in the front line like lancers or brawlers. The mob on the right will give you a damage buff. The best move is to leave this buff for the person that have more experience and gear, so if you don't have any of those, leave it. Players will call the defense buff blue and the damage buff red, so if you see the leader telling who will get red and who will get blue, this is what they are talking about. If you are not the person he is saying, or you have no experience on PvP and no gear, please leave it alone or you cause some trouble for your team. In the middle we have three pyres. We have the mid, south and north pyre. Your team will earn points for holding them, but pyres points are not the best way to win points on this battleground. The better way to do it is killing people. This is why this is a PvP focused battleground. To have an example, if you kill one person per minute, you will do more points than holding the three pyres for 1 minute. Keeping the three pyres for 1 minute is almost impossible unless the other team sucks. In this case, the pyres will be useless anyway. So PvPing is the best and main way to make points on this battleground. You will only get the pyres because they will be inevitably in your way, so you will get them to make more points. And just to remember, the team that wins is the one that makes 5,000 points first. Time to time we will have a mini event on South and North Pyre. Starting in 3 minutes and 40 seconds, a Terralite will spawn in South Pyre. The team that kills this band first will receive a massive buff that will create a big advantage in combat. You can turn the whole game with that. Remember, only the last hit will count to define who killed the band. At 5 minutes and 40 seconds, a Naga will spawn in North Pyre. This band will give no buffs, but instead it will give a lot of points. If the game is balanced, it can make a big difference. I'm not sure, but I think it's 500 points. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. These BAMs will spawn 5 minutes after their first appearance. That means that Terralite will spawn at 8 minutes and 40 seconds and Naga at 10 minutes and 40 seconds. This will happen at every 5 minutes if the game lasts long enough. These BAMs are the reason why teams will not be only in one place killing each other until the end of the match. Because of the points and the buffs that they give, teams will have to organize themselves to be in the right place in the right time. So besides the PvP, you're gonna need to create a movement rotation to kill those BAMs. So let's talk then about some tactics. The first thing I'm gonna show are those arrows on the map. They mark two exits from the mid pyre to the other pyre south and north. You can use those exits to move faster to the pyres. You will use them to jump in the water, and after that you are already in the pyre. In the first moment, both teams will go to the mid pyre and fight there. I'm not gonna talk about each class job in massive PvP because this will be another business for another video. What I can say right now is try to stay always with your group, especially for healers. It's very important for the healers to be where the fight is. Usually both teams will try to kill the healers first because without them, it's much easier to kill the other team. Try not to back off too much because this have a very bad cascade effect. Usually players when see another player retreating too much, they usually retreat too. If this happens, your team probably will be wiped. So try to believe and protect your healers and keep moving forward. The DPS should try to avoid road fighting too. Stay always with your group is the best way to go here. Back to the mid pyre fight, your team first will use the best initial way to get there and start the fight, but you can use an alternative path that I'll show in the video. Using this, you can flank the other team. Depending on your class, you can cause major damage with that. Probably the 3 first minutes of the fight will happen in the mid-pyre. After that, when the Tera elite spawn time is near, teams will start to move to the south pyre. In this moment, you can use that asset to go to the pyre fast. Regardless of the path you choose, it's very important to be there when the Tera elite rises. When Tera dies, teams will start to move to the north pyre, where the Naga will spawn. But first, usually teams go to mid-pyre to try to get it. You probably will find some fight there, but don't take too long there. Watch the time, because the Naga will spawn in exactly 5 minutes and 40 seconds. While you move in this map, you will find some bushes in some places that you can use to hide and avoid death, or make harder for people to hit you, or even to cause some surprise effect on your enemy. Watch the video to see those places. Let's go to the final considerations. Try to focus on your targets. The priority will always be the healers, but you can try to chase people with less HP too, especially if you don't have a good gear. Remember, you are there to get points, so try to focus on the players that you can actually kill. Don't go just spamming skills in random players, because that won't work. Try to stay in the range of your healers, to receive the heals and to protect them if you need it. For the healers, make sure to keep the buffs up. Try to use regression and plague as much as you can, because the other team will be doing the same. Don't be scared to get in the center of the fight and use those skills. You need to learn how and when to do this. Keep trying until you do it without dying. If you don't have a good gear, you can also help picking the right target for you. Stuns, knockdowns and staggering are very welcome here. If in some way you are messing with the game of the enemy's healers, you will be helping a lot. It's very important to understand that no matter what you think or what you want, your team will have people with good and bad gears. There's nothing you can do about that. So try not to hate too much in the chat and follow your leader instructions. This is the best way to keep your group together. And like I said before, staying together is the best way to win this battleground. If you think lead 15 people is an easy shit to do in a massive PvP, try to do it once and you'll know it. One of the major problems is that people don't do what the leader says, so try to rage less, and if you didn't set to be the leader, just follow the instructions. Timing is a very important thing sometimes. As fast as you react to the leader calls, higher are the chance to get to the results. In a lot of cases, people lose time asking the whys and the whens and lose the window opportunity, blaming the leader for lousy tactics. Not every move will be the right one, but you need to stay together and keep focused. Again, following the leader instructions is the best way to do this. When killing the bans, in some moments both teams will be trying to kill them at the same time. In this moment, it's very important to try to use skills like Gigas from Warrior and Lancers, stuns and sleeps, knockdowns, deny the other team the opportunity to kill the ban, instead of hoping that your poke will be the last one. In some cases, you'll be in a bad position trying to survive, so if you need to survive, get to the water. But take care, some classes can kill you even if you are there. Classes like Sorcerers, Gunners and Archers, so if those are the classes after you, try to stay as far as you can. So this is it guys, with that we finished the Fraywind Canyon guide. I hope you can enjoy it. I'll be glad to see your comments if I made some mistake or if you want to add anything. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, you'll help a lot with that. And this is it, see you next time.